Hey there, how you guys doing? This is number something of this weekly podcast we do.
I think it's 8.
Yeah, it's probably 8. We missed last week. Sorry about that, guys.
I was not feeling well.
No, he was not. We thought about doing it, though, but we didn't. Yeah, so anyway, today's been a really busy week. There was a lot of cool stuff that happened early in the week, but we're not going to really talk about most of that since the bulk of the news came up from, the last 2 days.
Did we say our names?
Oh, we sure did not. I am StubbornWeeb. I remembered it this time.
And I was about to say JRPG Junkie. And I am CAMEL. We are hosts.
Yep, we both have our channels linked in the description. I don't have any content up. He does. And
it's not good. You don't need to bother with it, really. It's fine.
Okay. Do you think you'll ever put anything out, really good?
Oh, definitely, man.
Okay.
Scooby-Doo, fan art compilations. Yeah.
Alright, so guys, if you want to see some sweet Scooby-Doo fan art compilations, go ahead and subscribe to him. I'm sure they'll be great.
Definitely. Oh man, now I feel like I'm gonna have to do that.
Okay, so what do we start to do? What we've been playing. That's what we start off with.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what have you been playing? You go this time.
Well, I've played more games this week than I've been able to for the past 2 weeks or so, but mainly I've been playing a little bit of Greedfall. My cousin just bought it for me, and Dragon Ball FighterZ is my main 2 games I've been playing. Broly was released, this past week, and I'm really liking him so far. And I also, oh my gosh, I got Gogeta, Super Saiyan Blue, and a whole bunch of other characters that I've just wanted for a while. And I haven't really got to test out the others. I have only really mainly been playing with Gogeta Blue and Dragon Ball Super Broly.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I've also been liking Greedfall though. I've been liking it, but it's not very polished. It is a AA game, so I kind of expected that, but there is this glitch that's really bothering me. And it's I told you about it, where in the dialogue they'll just cut out or they won't say anything.
Yeah, you were telling me about that. That sounds really annoying. Yeah,
or they'll start talking, or they'll stay there for a second, and then they'll start to say something, and then it just cuts off. They'll do an animation just like that, they were talking, but then it won't say anything, and then they'll go, well, anyways, and then they'll go to the next line.
It has subtitles at least, right?
Yeah.
Okay, it'd be awful if it didn't have any subtitles.
Oh my god, that would be terrible.
As for me, is that all you've been playing, or is there anything else?
A little bit of Minecraft here and there, but...
Minecraft.
Okay,
anyway. So, for me, I've been playing Getting My Life Straight and studying for tests and finals. Pretty exciting. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to the news. So, first off, we're going to talk... Before we get into the Game Awards and State of Play, we're going to look about a trailer for this movie called Free Guy, which a lot of you have probably seen by now. It's been on trending.
Nobody's seen it.
Nope, no one's seen it.
It's a lie.
They've all seen our channel before they've seen that movie. So, Free Guy. It's basically about this NPC in a GTA online type of game.
Like some sort of MMO,
where everyone's destructive. And...
Yeah, just like an open world, sandbox game, and he's just an NPC in the game.
Yeah. And basically the trailer shows him walking around. He's fine with it.
Yeah, that's just his regular life. There's the one scene in particular that I really liked where he's like, yeah, there has to be more than life than just getting shot at and hit by cars. And then it shows him getting bammed by one car, and then he flies up to the air, and then the other car comes and hits him while he's in the air, and then he falls down. He's like, really?
Yeah. And in the world, it looks like NPCs don't really die. It looks like the NPCs just regenerate.
Yeah, or something. I think they might die to the player, but they're not really dead.
Yeah, because in a game like that, NPCs are usually reused, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it would be a funny joke if there was 5 of him.
Yeah, you said they better do that joke.
Oh, there better be. That would be a good joke.
That would be. But then, anyway, he decides to stand up for himself, and then he kills a player, and he gets the player's goggles, and then he can see what the player sees, and he starts getting health boosts. But what's funny though is throughout the whole movie, it doesn't look like he changes. I'm sure at the end they'll have character development because that's what it'll do.
Well, it's a trailer, you know. There's probably he's going to have the same character traits throughout the movie, but it's not going to be. I don't think it's going to be
I think he'll develop as much as what was the protagonist's name in the Lego movie?
I forget.
Okay, I think it'll probably be like him though. He'll probably develop just about as much. In fact, I think this whole movie is basically just the Lego movie, but with game NPCs.
Yeah, kind of. But it seems they're more aware.
Yeah.
Well, at least the one character was aware that they were in a video game.
Yeah. That one character was. They didn't, though, so...
Mm-hmm. That movie, though, I'm kind of excited for it.
It has potential to be really good.
Yeah. I've noticed that there's this thing where they can make a game about video games that's good, but they can't make a game about a video game.
Yeah, it can't
be a movie about a video game that's good.
Yeah, just general video games, they can turn out all right. Like Ready Player One, I didn't think was super amazing.
No, but it wasn't a bad movie.
No, it was fun to watch and I enjoyed it. I'd watch it again.
Mm-hmm. But let's say the Doom movie, and I've heard that there's a new Doom movie as well.
It was straight to DVD.
Yeah, I've heard neither of them are good. There's the one with The Rock in it.
I want to watch that one just because it has The Rock in it.
It's really weird, dude. They talk about how there was these ancient civilization of people on Mars, but they figured out how to add chromosomes.
So they became demons?
No, that made them stronger, and then they were all like, oh, well, we can do that too. I think that was what was happening. And then they started turning into demons. It was really strange. Or monsters.
So they're not actually demons.
No, they're mutated humans, I think.
That is weird.
Oh, excuse me.
It's really strange. And so what's happening with that Minecraft movie they keep talking about? Every so often I'll see, script confirmed, new director's hired.
I think it's like the Uncharted movie.
Yeah.
Because I'll hear it's like, oh, starting filming, or oh, director's changed, or, you know.
They better wait or Tom Holland won't look too young anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. There was also that rumor with the... Is the Five Nights at Freddy's movie still going on?
I think it's still happening. I think they said 2020.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm interested in that. Oh, did you see the Ghostbusters trailer?
I did not.
I'm really excited for that.
I haven't seen the original movies yet.
Yeah, I'm a fan of the original Ghostbusters, so that was just looked nice because the 2016 Ghostbusters with the...
Is that so canon, or are they rebooting it?
It's
rebooting it to the old series, basically canceling out the last.
Yeah, they're canceling out the 2016 one and basically continuing the story.
That's cool. I really like it when companies listen to fan feedback and say, "Oh, okay, so
that didn't work.
Yeah, that was awful. So we're going to go back to what you guys did like." Like Devil May Cry did that too.
It really bothers me whenever there's a company that they'll make something like a reboot of something, and they'll say, "Oh, that didn't do good, so we're just not going to make any more of that thing." Or,
"Oh, that made a lot of money despite the negative feedback, so we're going to go ahead and make a sequel." And then that doesn't make money. What happened?
Yeah. Or what I was going to say with the reboot, they'll reboot a series and it won't make any money or something, and they'll be like, "Oh, I guess it just must mean that the people aren't interested in the series."
Yeah.
But but it's actually they weren't interested in your interpretation of the series.
Yeah, because it was awful, especially with Hollywood movies, because they're filled with a bunch of social justice bullcrap that really drowns out any potential for a good film.
Yeah, I'm also kind of annoyed with people's reaction to the new Ghostbusters trailer. I believe one of the actors was like, "How dare you try to make another Ghostbusters movie without us? We worked so hard on our Ghostbusters movie."
The 2016 one?
Yeah. Yeah. And people are kind of like, wow. And I think one of the problems with that movie, though, is that there wasn't there was like set plot points. I believe this is how it was filmed. Don't like I don't know for sure. Like if anyone like that's watches this like doesn't believe me, that you can look it up. I'm not saying this is 100%, but I heard that they had like main plot points that they had to get to, but everything in between was just improv. Yeah, like there'd be sequences and they'd be like, okay.
Was it like really random? Was there a bunch of weird contradictions throughout the movie?
No, it was just not funny. Like you could tell like there wasn't like they didn't. I don't know. It wasn't funny. It wasn't interesting. It was just kind of boring and.
Was it even like not bad enough to be a fun bad movie?
No, it was just bad. Like it just wasn't good.
Because I think it's redeemable when a movie's so bad you can watch it for the giggles.
Yeah, like how I think the Sonic movie is going to be. I don't think it's going to be a good movie. Okay, I think it's going to be one of those movies that are so bad you're going to love it anyways.
Yeah.
Just the way everything looks and
okay, yeah, I don't have much faith in it because if they can get it so wrong the first time with just the design, I'm terrified to see what the story looks like.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It just seems like such a weird movie.
Yeah.
It's such a weird thing to like make a movie out of. Like,
why now? Sonic's not like that relevant right now.
No, he's not.
Right.
Like, he's in pop culture. He's in the like.
He's kind of
culture's conscious, but it's not.
It's not like Mario or something.
Well, I think Sonic and Mario are both well known enough. You could just say
Mario's way more
or Mario in a conversation, and people would know who you're talking about.
If I talk to the preppier people at school, they would know who Mario is. I don't know if they'd know who Sonic is.
I think they would.
You think they would?
I think they would, definitely. Because Sonic is still at that level, I think. Like, just of cultural significance. I think everyone knows who Sonic is.
Yeah, I really especially appreciate the kind of culture Sonic itself has kind of developed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The rich...
the rich fan base.
Yeah.
Sonic's not bad, though. No. I hope they just need to get back on track.
Do you think they're going to make a movie tie-in game?
They had better.
Oh, I hope they do.
It can't be as bad as Sonic 06.
Dude, but I want them to use the, like, old, like, model that they used in the movie.
Yeah.
Like, the one that's really bad.
Oh, I think Sonic 06 could go for, like, a game that's so bad it's good. Mainly because of just how high the game was, like, how high they set the bar for the game. It was a AAA game, and Sonic is their flagship series, so I think that makes it just even funnier to play.
Yeah. Just how bad it really is.
It feels like a crappy fan game that never got finished.
It really does. It's one, like, I couldn't even beat the first level. Like, I told you I tried to play it for the giggles, but then I just got frustrated because it wouldn't let me get past, like, the first section of the level.
You would jump, and then he'd just fly into the ocean.
Or, remember there was the thing that you were all like, you just jumped and you double tapped A and you followed the rings to the other location?
Yeah, and
I said, it wouldn't let me do that.
Yeah.
It wouldn't let me do that. That never happened for me. Like, I would start to follow the rings and then I just fall.
Or there was this one part when, the jump pads, like some of those sections where it puts you on an automated rail and, like, it zooms you to certain sections.
Yeah.
There was a part where if I didn't go to the left of this ramp before it shot me down that predefined path, I'd fall off at the end because it was slightly to the right and I couldn't adjust myself in midair.
Yeah.
So I had to redo it like 3 times just to make sure I got to the left edge of the first speed boost to make sure that final one wouldn't kick me off the map.
It's a masterpiece, it really is.
It really is. Okay, we really got to start moving on to some stuff. So you should do State of Play first since it came first.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so the biggest thing there was definitely Spellbreak.
I don't think it was.
Yeah, I think that game kind of looks neat. I'm not gonna probably download it though. It looks a lot like Fortnite. Me and him were talking about.
Yeah, I'm not really into Fortnite. It's just one of those. I'm not really into battle royale genres in general. It's just one of those things that I'm not interested in.
Mm-hmm. Apex was okay for a while, but I think I'm starting to kind of get out of Apex.
I haven't being into Apex for a while. I've hopped in every
new
often.
season just to check it out.
Yeah, maybe play a couple of games for about a week, but then
nah. It's still a good game, just not really our thing.
Yeah.
Untitled Goose Game is coming to PlayStation December 17th. I thought it was on PlayStation, I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was on everything.
You did?
I did. Was it only on Switch and Steam?
Yeah, I thought it was only on Switch and PC.
Was it on Xbox too?
No.
Huh.
I don't think it was. I don't think it is. If it is, I'm really disappointed in myself. Well, I mean, I don't really have an excuse because I have a PC, an Xbox, and a PlayStation that I think could run Untitled Goose Game.
Yeah. Unless... Yeah, it doesn't seem like too demanding of a game.
No, definitely not.
Won't be able to play in that 60 FPS 4K mode, though.
Well, I don't know, man. I got a pretty meaty PC. I have to play Happy Wheels, you know? Put that on the low settings, you know?
Oh, yeah. Is that game still up? I thought Flash wasn't supported by websites anymore. Or has that rolled around yet?
I don't know. All I know is that I played Happy Wheels on there. I didn't start it up. I just little brothers were playing it, and I just started playing. I walked in there.
I think that might have just been a Facebook post I saw. Probably was. I don't know why websites would stop using Flash.
That would be strange.
That would be. I'm sorry, that was really stupid, guys. Might have been a dream too.
You get those confused with reality a lot. It's kind of scary.
I do. I really do. I walked in before. I thought I was cheating on my girlfriend. I had a dream where I was dating this old man. And this isn't even a joke. It sounds so out there, but it happened. She started talking to me, and I was so ashamed to talk to her because I didn't know how to tell her I was cheating on her with an old man. But I really started thinking about it. Like, I don't even know the old man's name, and then it really dawned on me, okay, that didn't happen.
You told me so many things, like, no, man, we went to this place one time, and I'm like, what are you talking about? And then you sit there for, like, you'll be arguing with me that it happened, and then, like, 5 minutes later, you'll be like, dude, that was a dream. I'm like, yeah, I assumed so.
Probably like that story how we became friends.
Yeah, where we both licked a sucker at the same time.
Yeah, good.
That's weird, dude.
All right, Dreams. I was actually really impressed by what they showed off in the Dreams trailer.
Yeah, I'm into it.
Yeah, it looks like it was supposed to be. What was the game you had?
Spark.
Spark.
It looks Xbox.
It looks like Spark, but it's way better in every way.
Spark wasn't terrible, but
this is way better in every way.
Yeah, it is. But you know, don't diss on Spark. I mean, yeah, it got shut down because nobody liked it. But it's whatever. This isn't really much to say about it. Just like they said something about people actually being able to introduce their own assets and stuff instead of using pre-made stuff, right?
I think so. I read that a while ago.
I remember reading something like that.
Okay, I hope that's true. The only reason I wouldn't think it's true is because it is a PlayStation exclusive, so I don't know how someone would develop assets.
Oh yeah, and PlayStation has a thing like you can't put foreign assets into a game that the developer didn't create.
Yeah, so I don't unless they have like
that's like one of the big problems with Fallout and Skyrim mods, why they aren't good on PlayStation.
Yeah, unless they have some like in-game modeler.
Possibly.
I don't know how that would work unless you can hook up a keyboard and stuff.
Yeah, well, I could see it working. Like
it'd be very awkward with a controller.
Yeah, unless they just made like a character creator type of thing. You know, like you start off with like basic. Some like base thing, like animal, like they have like base like skeletons. You know, you can use.
Yeah. Also,
and then you build a model on top of that.
Yeah. They've probably also explained this. We just haven't read up on it, so sorry about that.
Yeah.
But if you can't introduce foreign assets or make your own, then the library they have available, from what we've seen already,
is pretty impressive.
Yeah, if that's all the assets they have at your disposal, it's amazing. They have like a 16-bit style games, racing games. You can develop platformers.
Yeah, there was that one racing like that pod racing game. It looked like a Star Wars game.
It looked like it was a super polished, almost like...
It looked like that one minigame from KOTOR. Remember the racing game?
Oh, yeah!
It looks like that, but if it was like current gen.
Yeah.
If they remade KOTOR, and that's what it would look like.
Yeah. It was really nice looking. The Dreams is just impressive. I hope it's really good when it comes out. I haven't seen as much attention around it as I'd like to. It's still being talked about, but I definitely think it needs a lot of attention.
Yeah, it looks cool.
It'll be coming out February 14th, 2020. They did drop a release date this time. Then we finally got gameplay for Babylon's Fall. I believe this was announced 2 years ago. Is just a title. It's being developed by Square Enix and Platinum Games, and the gameplay looks really awesome. Looks super anime sometimes.
Yeah, I was into it.
Yeah,
like, it's not really. I'm like I said to CJ when we were talking earlier about it. I'm just not super into the beat 'em up style type of like Platinum games, you know.
Yeah.
But I do enjoy them when I do play them. It's just that I don't actively go and say I need that game.
Yeah.
But it looks really cool.
Yeah. I'm pretty much the opposite. I think that's my favorite genre to play, gameplay-wise. Just, you know, it's personal. It's not dissing on them or anything. But, yeah, there was this one part in the trailer where the guy was jumping, or he was slowly moving, and his sword slashes kept going all around him.
Like he would like hit once and then go
yeah,
and then he'd hit again.
Yeah. Or I remember one time like he just like kept slowly like moving his hands like back and forth, you know.
Yeah.
But there was about 1,000 slices in between it. It was just super anime at those points.
Yeah, I think he has like they're like some sort of like energy swords though. That he's using because like
and then he has energy beams out of his back, and so do the other characters at the end.
Like and then like it looked like they kind of stole Devil May Cry 5 mechanic with the grappling hook that he was like using to like pull enemies and throw them away and stuff. It looks like it's a bit more expanded than the Devil May Cry 5 grappling mechanic was, because I believe in that you could only pull yourself towards enemies or pull them toward you.
Yeah.
But that was it still looks fun.
It does. It looks really cool. I'm into the whole world building they have going on. The world looks sweet.
I really like the way the game looks in general.
Yeah.
The enemies look cool. The characters look cool.
It's nice. I'm excited for that. They don't have a release date on that one, but I can't wait until we get one. Superliminal is coming out. I didn't write down a release date if they did give one, but it's basically a game where it's like a mind trip.
I don't even remember looking at that one.
Superliminal, it's where everything was super trippy. You pick up a can and then you move backwards.
Oh yeah. The different like the perspective changes and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to explain. You really have to watch a video to get.
Yeah.
They had a tech
really
demo
weird.
released a few years ago, just with the game mechanics.
Yeah, I believe they recently like released the full game on PC, and I think that's why it triggered.
It's out now already?
I think on PC.
Oh,
because I remember seeing Jacksepticeye and Markiplier play it.
Oh, okay. Are you sure they didn't just like get review copies? It'd be weird to have footage out now, I guess.
Yeah, like they could have got like an early build of the game or something, but
yeah. There was that super cool VR game, Paper Beast.
That game actually looked like it would be very satisfying to play.
It did. There were these cute paper animals, and it was sweet. It looked like it took place in a tundra biome, but there could be.
But there was sand and
there was more areas.
Yeah, well, yeah. Remember, he was like getting the sand, and he was like gathering it and rolling it into a ball, and then he drop it. So
that was
creatures,
snow.
That was sand.
That was snow.
It was sand.
It was snow.
It was brown. It was sand.
It was white. It was snow.
No.
Yeah.
I guarantee it was sand because there was trees and stuff.
Pretty sure it was snow, dude.
No, it was brown. That was sand.
You can't just roll sand into a ball.
No, because he has the gravity.
Pretty sure it was snow.
No, because then he also got the little plant and he yanked it up out of the sand, and then there was more sand coming off of it, so he sprinkled it, so they could climb up the hill.
Dude, that was snow. They were
Why
trying
would
to walk...
snow make traction better?
I don't know. They were trying to walk up this ice thing.
I think it was just a slippery rock.
I'm telling you, dude, it was snow.
It looks brown to me. We're gonna settle this after we're done.
Okay. I don't know. It's a weird paper world place. Maybe it's neither. Maybe it's just some.
Maybe it's just really small paper.
It just paper that actually make the most sense.
What else are we looking at?
Probably you should keep an eye out if you have PSVR though. It looks really good.
Yeah, PlayStation VR.
Resident Evil 3.
I can do that better than you.
Okay, so
I'm sorry. That was mean.
So when I first saw the trailer, I thought they were switching back to the Resident Evil 7 perspective.
Yeah, I don't know.
They're not, though. It looks like those are very scripted sequences. It looks like the majority of the game will still be in Resident Evil 2 style.
I thought it was really interesting. It's kind of confusing to me why they went into the first-person perspective for Resident Evil 7.
I think they wanted to try to make it a more grounded horror experience, and people liked it, but It
is definitely still a scare. I think it's like scarier because stuff can be like behind you and you won't know about it or.
Yeah, that game actually spooked me out a little bit. No Resident Evil game scares me other than that one.
Resident Evil 2, there was a couple of points where I would get a little spooked out.
Well, I mean, okay, here's the thing with horror games. If I have equipment and I don't have to restart somewhere, I'm never really scared about getting spooked. I'm scared about, oh gosh, I'm going to die and all my equipment's going to be gone. I'm going to have to restart from here. All that ammo I used is wasted.
Yeah, like, I think, I think if a game's going to scare you, you have to really let yourself get, into it, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And you even say in movies and stuff, you don't really do that. I am very easily, I put myself in the person's shoes, you know? I'm not like, okay, I'm playing a game. I just have the ability to, really put myself into the fiction, I guess.
Yeah.
So I get really enveloped into it, and then I get scared. Because if I play it, I've played horror games before, and I haven't done that, and it's not scary at all. Like Alien Isolation, there would be points where I'm just like, if I needed to do it, needed to do something, and I was getting really scared, I'd be like, all right, I'm just playing a game. And then I could do it. But if I was, playing it how I usually play video games, I would be like, oh, no, I'm not doing this.
No.
I still remember one point in Alien Isolation where the alien, I saw the alien coming around a corner, and I was like, oh my god, and I, crouched under a table, and then the alien stopped and got on all fours and then looked around left to right, and then he, looked back and then stared, right where I was under the table, and I was like, oh my god, does he see me? And then it was a good, 5-second pause with him just sitting there staring, and then just out of nowhere, he just ran at me and then screamed, and, I remember that I genuinely screamed because I was terrified. Just the tension that built up in those 5 seconds.
Is that a really good game?
Alien Isolation, yeah. I really enjoyed that game.
You hear about that it looking better on Switch potentially than the other consoles?
Really?
Yeah, because they said there's new technology they implemented in it, certain aliasing technology to make it look better.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's really weird, but it's awesome. If it is true, if I remember that correctly.
I don't know. That seems like a really graphically heavy game, though.
It does.
I can't imagine them, doing something to make it look even better on the Switch.
Yeah.
I don't know. That seems kind of far-fetched to me. Because even on my Xbox, there was points where it would stutter.
Yeah. Unless it just wasn't optimized well.
Yeah, I guess that's a possibility.
Well, if they're gonna charge an extra $20 for it, like most Switch games, then
yeah.
You can take it on the go, so it's worth $20 more.
Yeah, definitely.
If a game comes to Switch, I won't buy it. I usually just buy the originals because they're so much cheaper.
I think there is benefits though. If you Skyrim on the Switch, I think is really cool. I think there's just certain games on the Switch that are worth buying, the really big games. Not Alien Isolation, because that's kind of the type of game that you're going to be sitting in your house playing anyways.
Yeah.
You're not going to be sitting there on the bus ride home, getting all spooked and scared playing a horror game.
I can see Minecraft.
Yeah, Minecraft would be a fun game to play on the go. Well, you already have that on your phone as well.
But I like to have the controller, and I don't want to get a bunch like a Bluetooth.
That's true. I understand the appeal, but...
And then if you do just... Like, I don't know. I guess it's true. There's less of a gap now. Pocket Edition used to be god-awful.
Yeah, no, you can play with everyone now.
Yeah, I know. It's up to PC.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still remember playing Pocket Edition when they had all the weird blocks to make up for things that the game couldn't have. Like, they would have the nether core reactors instead of the nether... Which I never even knew how nether core reactors work. I just used it as a building. I didn't know you could put a bunch of netherrack around it and make a little... Have you ever seen those?
I don't know.
So I think what you did was you know what the nether core reactor is?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. It was like that little blue shape with the star in the middle. Yeah. And then I think you put obsidian around it, and then you could light it, and then it would spawn this big tower out of netherrack, and there'd be a bunch of little pigmen inside, and then there'd be a chest in the middle with diamonds and a bunch of loot.
Really?
Yeah. Because the game couldn't handle the nether. Something like that. And it was also the first time the stonecutter was introduced, except I don't believe there was any benefits to it. It was just there. You could use it to make stone, but I don't think it gave you more. Or
There's still hardly a reason to have a stonecutter in Minecraft.
Doesn't it give you more?
No, it takes away some of the it barely. I think it takes away 5 blocks needed for crafting stairs.
Oh.
And slabs maybe, but
it's more convenient to look at when you need to make something.
I guess.
I think if they want to implement the stonecutter, just make the crafting table less useful.
Yeah, the crafting table can do everything.
Yeah, just take away the stone features and use the stonecutter for that.
Yeah.
It's not even that hard to make, just...
Yeah. Or this one thing I think they need to do with Minecraft. Why can you make iron and gold and diamond swords with just a crafting table?
Yeah, or have separate modes, have a hardcore survival mode where...
You need a smelter and stuff.
Yeah, where things get a lot more technical.
Or like a anvil, I guess, but
yeah.
They already have anvils, but I guess expand the use of them? I don't know.
Yeah.
Or a forge. No, they already have the forge.
Were we talking about Resident Evil 3?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, then we started talking about Alien Isolation. Yeah.
I don't know how any of this started.
Well, yeah.
Okay, so it looks really good, though. I'm really glad that they expanded to the city and it's more combat focused. Those were parts I really enjoyed about Resident Evil 2.
Yeah, we didn't even talk about Resident Evil 3 at all. We were like, yeah, so Resident Evil 3. And then we
talked about the first-person perspective and how it was weird.
And that was it. Yeah, but overall, I think the game looks... I don't know. Almost...
The second...
I kind of wish that they did something a little different. I understand, it's a formula. I think we're going to have a lot of Resident Evil games come out in this style.
Yeah. Like
the Resident Evil 2 style.
And 3 is a direct sequel to 2 and takes place around the same time, so it's going to be very samey. They had reused a lot of assets so the city looked similar, and they had to, because it takes place in Raccoon City at the same time.
Yeah. But I imagine that the game is going to be fun. It's another Resident Evil game.
Yeah, and they are switching it up. It's going to be a lot more combat oriented, I've heard.
Yeah.
Based on the original.
Yeah, it was the first real Resident Evil game, I think, that gave you real ways to defend yourself, because
I heard there's assault rifles in this one.
Yeah, because you have to defeat Nemesis and stuff. There's a way to defeat Nemesis, and I believe that's the true ending to the game.
Dude, Mr. X freaks me out. I don't want to deal with the Nemesis. They just got a rocket launcher, and I saw some clips from the old game. They'd just be walking, and then just Nemesis sprints at them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the? That's scary as heck.
I didn't even play Resident Evil 2 long enough to get to the Mr. X stuff.
Yeah.
But I really want to. That game looks like it's so much fun.
Have you seen the where they replaced Mr. X's model with the Goose from...
Yes, I have. It's amazing. I've also seen them replace Mr. X with Pennywise.
Or Shrek.
Or Shrek. Yeah. Or I've also seen them do Uganda Knuckles.
Thomas the Train.
Yeah. Oh man, that's such a good... I love that. It's so fun.
I love the Thomas the Train one just because he's so large. And long.
Long.
And creamy.
Okay, we need to stop. Yeah, so we're excited for Resident Evil 3 Remake. We never got a chance to play the originals. We were too little.
And I'm probably not gonna play the original.
I don't know.
Maybe. I don't like forced camera angles.
I'm about to force your camera angle if you don't shut your mouth.
Forced camera angles are so janky, dude. I can't do it.
I think they worked well in certain games.
Like Batman Dark Tomorrow?
Yes, that's literally the best example.
I remember they'd have it in boss fights, and I'd be in the middle of a boss fight, and I literally couldn't see where he was.
Maybe that's why you hate camera angles, because that's like one of your first experiences to them.
Yeah.
Fair warning, though. If you're going to get into the Devil May Cry series, I think up until the third game, there's forced camera angles.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll just force myself through it then.
Why do I keep saying I'm going to force you through something in a minute?
This sounds really abusive.
Yeah. I promise I don't actually hurt him too much.
Too much. Predator's Grounds Hunt. Excuse me.
Predator's Grounds Hunt.
Predator's Ground. Well, then they'll make Predator's Air Hunt. It'll be like Pokemon Sword and Shield, but like Predator Ground Hunt, Predator Air Hunt.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Predator Hunting Grounds, right?
Yeah, it doesn't look that good. I don't think it looked good.
No, it looks like
it looks like, to me, it looks like a side expansion that would go to a single player game. Like,
yeah, possibly.
Even, like, have you seen the multiplayer in Batman Arkham Origins?
I think I have.
Yeah, there's a gang, and then there's two people who play as Batman and Robin. To split up the two rival gangs. That's what this looks like. It looks like it should be that to a Predator game.
That seems so weird.
It is. It doesn't look like it'll stay...
Why haven't they made, like, a good Predator game?
A single-player one?
Yeah, like, you play as the, like...
You could. It could be stealth game.
Yeah, like... Or even just a multiplayer game, but make it good. Like, you know, like, you play as the Predator and...
I think even splitting it up into both. A campaign track and a multiplayer track.
That'd be so cool.
Yeah.
Like, if there's just a mode where you could, like, play as a Predator and, like, kill people. Like, I know they've made Predator in Alien games. I know they've played Predator. Like, they made Predator in Alien games, and none of them have really worked out except Alien Isolation.
Why haven't they just made a good game where you can play as a Predator?
And kill people. Oh, that was not... Yeah, but the Predator franchise has been kind of stale for a while. I'm not surprised that...
Yeah, to spice it up, though, they showed female Predator, which is regular Predator, but skinnier and with boobs, almost like every other female iteration of anything, ever.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure there was female Predators in the movies, though.
Were there?
But they didn't look any different.
Oh, which would make... This makes it just confusing, then.
Yeah, I don't think they... I think they, like, maybe looked slightly different. Like, they were a little bit smaller... If I remember right. Or, like, they've been introduced in comics or something.
I kind of prefer that just because it's different. I'm tired of any female counterpart just getting boobs. It doesn't make sense.
I believe we talked about this during the last podcast.
People are going to think we have issues.
Why does everything have boobs? Even, like, wolves and stuff and, like animated movies, like dogs, they just make the chests puff out.
Yeah, Sonic characters.
They don't need boobs.
No, they don't.
Literally, there's no point.
It's so weird. I don't.
Just to show that they're a female.
Yeah, it's weird. I guess
there's other feminine traits you can give things.
Yeah.
Like
super huge lips.
Yeah. Like just be really sexist about it.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, what was that laugh? It sounded like pirate.
Yes, give them lips. Make them make sandwiches.
We're not sexist, I swear. This is a joke.
Yeah. It's quite obvious.
I know. People sometimes get angry, though.
No, I was talking to the audience, not you, when I said it's quite obvious.
Okay.
What else is there?
Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind got its trailer. It was leaked 2 days before, so no one was really surprised to see it. But I thought it was a good trailer. It looks like it's going to fix a game that was awful, and I'm glad to play it. Some people do like Kingdom Hearts 3, but I hated it. There were some good moments, though.
Like what? Name 3.
When Woody stood up to Master Xehanort.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, there's like darkness surrounding him, and then he said, "You don't have real hearts." Then he said, "You stay away from my friends." And then Woody was like, "Oh," and then Woody was cool, dude.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's dope. Yeah, I've never been like I've liked the Kingdom Hearts games, the ones that I have played, Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, but for me, Kingdom Hearts is just kind of one of those games that I still think it feels like it plays like a PlayStation 2 game. And like I understand that that's part of the appeal, like is the gameplay, and that's why they haven't really changed it a ton.
I think Kingdom Hearts 3 changed it too much. They like did some weird stuff with it instead of evolving on 2's combat, which I still think is probably one of the most fun games I've ever played. Like combat wise, I think it's solid and offers a lot of variety.
You know what else is solid and offers a lot of variety?
Your toes.
No. What are they? Oh my god. What's the game? The Dooms.
The Dooms?
Doom games. All of them.
All
Except
Doom.
3. Well, actually, no. That adds variety.
It does. Was it a good game?
People didn't say, like, people said it wasn't a good Doom game, but they didn't say it was a bad game. You know, I played a little bit of it, and I was expecting Doom,
Yeah.
and I didn't get Doom, so I was angry.
You think you'll ever beat it?
No.
Okay, yeah, check out the Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer. I loved it. Loved it. But now we're going to move on to the Game Awards. There were so many announcements of the Game Awards. I don't even know if they started the actual ranking. And frankly, I don't care. It was kind of like a mini E3.
What's the time we at right now?
The time we at right now? I believe we'd be at... Oh, crap. Turn on. Oh, crap. The time we'd be at right now is 42 minutes, 30 seconds.
Okay.
Okay. So.
Just checking to make sure that we aren't, like, 80 hours in.
Yeah, no, that'd be insane. I'd have to get to school.
Oh, man.
Okay, so.
So, the Game Awards, there was... Here.
FFVII Remake.
No. Here. Okay. I'm going to show you how we're going to end this really quick. So, there was a Japanese thing, an American thing, probably a Japanese thing, another Japanese thing, something to do with Japan. Another Japanese thing. Yeah, that's basically it.
Okay, so now let's run over what these actually are.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna leave after that. Well, guys, this has been CAMEL and StubbornWeeb.
I'm gonna go ahead and finish this. Okay, so FFVII.
That's 3, right?
Final Fantasy VII Remake trailer. They called this one the Cloud Strife trailer.
Why?
I guess because it showed a lot about Cloud.
He did look kind of cute in the trailer.
He did. I thought it was a pretty good trailer. I don't know about you, but I'm really excited for this game.
I'm not not excited for it, but I'm cautiously optimistic, I think.
Just see what happens when it comes out.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I'll probably pre-order it. It comes out March 3rd, 2020.
Yeah.
Xbox Series X was revealed. That was interesting. It looks like a PC more than a console.
Yeah. Me and you talked about the design a little bit, and I've said that I'm kind of into it.
Yeah.
You know, first, my first impressions when I first saw it, I was kind of like, oh gosh, that's weird. But the more I look at it, the more I'm kind of into it. It kind of looks like an Amazon product, like an Amazon Echo or Alexa.
Yeah. I mean, I'm into it. I just hope I can lay it down horizontally because I'm looking around and I don't see a place where I can reasonably fit it.
Maybe right next to your TV.
Maybe, but I don't like things there.
Maybe, well, maybe like on your second shelf here. Like, it didn't look that tall.
I can't fit like 2 to 3 controllers high.
You could.
Nah.
I think you could.
I don't think I could.
Just morally? Just like
yeah,
emotionally you're not prepared to put something 2 controllers tall.
I might physically be able to, but...
Like, from a moral standpoint, you can't put anything more than 2 controllers tall on that shelf.
No, that's wrong.
Yeah, no way.
Yeah, it was different. When they said SeriesX, it made me think it was going to be a line of completely different products, like low-end, medium-end, high-end.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of is just another version of the Xbox One X. I mean, Xbox One in general. Because it's
really weird to see.
It's odd because Xbox has already said that every game that you have on your Xbox One will be backwards compatible.
Mm-hmm.
And every game that is backwards compatible right now on the Xbox One will be compatible with the new console.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, is it really even like a next generation or is it just an expanded generation? For Xbox anyways.
PlayStation's probably going to have the same type of mindset. I don't know if they'll be as open with backwards compatibility as Microsoft will be. Because hardware-wise, it's definitely a leap.
Oh, yeah.
For games. And games will start being branded as Xbox Series X.
Yeah, like, I understand that.
Yeah.
But, I don't know, it just seems like, I'm kind of excited. I'm not saying this is a negative.
Yeah.
But I'm just excited that, like, every game that I have on my Xbox One, I'm going to be able to put into this new console and play. Like,
yeah.
Just like it's...
And that's very smart to have increasing libraries that you can keep building. Because I'm looking at my PlayStation games, and I feel like if they have backwards compatibility, I already want the PlayStation 5, so I can just go ahead and play my older games with increased frame rate.
Yeah, definitely. And just make him look better.
Yeah. So, if they keep the system where you kind of feel locked in, I feel like that would be a more viable opportunity for the company.
And I imagine once the new generation of consoles comes out, there's going to be a lot of games that release updated versions.
Yeah.
Like the next-gen version or whatever. Or there's going to be just software updates for games that make them...
And even if they don't the Pro and the Xbox One X have an auto-enhancer? Like, even if it's not officially mandated, you can still try to boost the game's performance?
Yeah, the game performs better, basically. Like, the game just performs better on its own, just because it's in a more powerful system.
Mm-hmm.
But there's also, like, updates that the developers have put out that if you're playing on an Xbox One X or PlayStation 4 Pro, that it enables 4K and stuff.
Okay. So that's cool. That's super exciting to see. I really like where this next generation is heading. I'm kind of excited to see. It's kind of sad to see the old way get phased out, but this new way is really, I think, more consumer friendly, where instead of looking at it as a console by console basis, we really get to see an Xbox cohesive brand.
Yeah, that's my thing, is that even if the Xbox what is it? What's it called? I can't remember. I can't get used to it. I keep wanting to call it
Series
the One
X.
Series X. Gosh, it makes me want to say
that's an awful name.
Yeah, Xbox Series X.
Yeah.
But
someone made a joke. Next Xbox is gonna be Xbox XXX.
But the Xbox Series X, it's what was I gonna even say? Oh, that's kind of like part of why I'd be willing to pay like $600 to like $700. Like I'm willing to pay within that price range just because I'm already able to play all of my old games I have.
Yeah.
Plus any new games that I want.
No.
And they're going to run better and play better and look better.
I'm interested with the Series X to see how far they take the PC-like design of this new console. Since it would probably run Windows, I wonder, are they going to make it more freeform PC, where you might not be able to get Steam or something, but you can download other applications and use it like a PC?
Well, the
Kinda,
Xbox One's already kind of like that.
and the PS2 kind of did that too.
Yeah. I think there's going to... I think consoles are becoming more and more PC-like as time goes on.
Because it's kind of what people want, but at the same time, what's the point of a console then?
I could see it working well as long as, like, the console still is easy to set up. You know, because I think that's the main appeal of a console, is that with a PC, there's certain things you have to do with certain games. You know, like, if you download a game from something that isn't Steam, you can't just click on the app and the game will start.
That's true, but with Steam now, almost every game on there is pretty... Unless you're getting like a really old game.
Yeah, like, I think that's the main appeal to consoles, though, is that it's just like you plug in the console, you start it up, and then you can put whatever you want in the game, in the console, and
well, computers are becoming more and more like that.
Yeah, it's true. They're becoming more streamlined.
And I mean, it's really easy now. If I buy a new computer, I can boot it up, download Steam, log in, and I'll be able to download all my games.
That's true. Yeah, I guess this newest generation of consoles, especially if the price range is upwards of 600, like upwards of 500 even.
Yeah.
Like, if it is upwards of $500, I think it's going to be for the people that already have a library. It's for the Xbox side anyways. I don't know. I haven't really looked into PlayStation.
I don't think they've announced too many details.
Like, I think they've talked about how... I remember at one point they were saying backwards compatibility isn't a concern for them, but I think they've changed their stance on that.
Yeah. Like, they might be viewing Xbox, especially with their comeback, as more viable competition, maybe?
Yeah, because I think the reason that Sony has been like, oh, we don't care what people want.
Yeah.
Has been because...
Xbox sucked.
Yeah, the beginning of this console cycle, Xbox was terrible.
And Sony has started to open up as Xbox has become better. They've widened their stance on crossplay. By the way, did you get to hear the Minecraft announcement?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can play with everyone now.
Yeah.
I'm really excited. I'm glad about that.
Yeah.
Really glad. Because there's been so many people that have been like, yo, man, you want to play Minecraft with me? I'm like, yeah, sure. And then they're all like, yo, I have a PlayStation. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Never mind. Sorry.
I think what made Sony the most nervous, especially with Minecraft, is the way it works is that with the Microsoft account.
Yeah.
And I think that's what Sony really hated about it.
Yeah, that you had to make a Microsoft account.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then also, I just think the value with Xbox is better, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Because
instead of, like, you get 4 free games every month, and then you can bundle it with Game Pass and Gold, you know. And, well, not like, I mean, you don't just get 4 free games every month. You have to do that with Gold. But I just think that's cool. Yeah. You know, like, you get this Game Pass, you literally have access to 100+ games that you can just download and play anytime you want. Once you have a subscription to Game Pass, you have Gold. Every game that you download with Gold is always accessible to you as long as you have a Gold subscription.
Yeah.
And then you can play online. You know, that's of course a plus. And it's also online on Xbox is more stable than Sony.
Yeah. Nothing's as bad as Nintendo's though.
No, Nintendo's terrible. Online.
Yeah.
Not like as a company.
I wish they would charge $60 for online so I can play my games online.
Yeah. They just don't put enough money into it, I guess.
No. I mean, games that have their own servers run fine on Switch, but anything that has a Nintendo run server, like player-to-player servers, they're awful. I can do it fine on my PlayStation, just... Nintendo, no.
Yeah.
Unless it was playing Minecraft, I guess Minecraft might have their own servers. But it was player-to-player connection, right?
I believe so.
So I don't know how that worked.
I think you might go through Microsoft whenever you're doing crossplay.
Huh.
A Microsoft server or something.
I don't know how it all works. We're not tech experts.
Yeah, I know.
But I do know that that's the only player-to-player connection game I've been able to play on Switch, if the way we're thinking is true. Unless they've just updated and I need to try to play Smash again. I don't know. Okay. So that's basically how we feel about the big gun in the room, Series X. I'm really excited for it. Now, what I found interesting is the next one. It's the exact opposite of what Microsoft did. Sony went ahead and unveiled their next PlayStation 5 game, Godfall, but no console. And Microsoft didn't show any games, but showed their console.
I think there's games that we already know about.
That'll be like Xbox One and Xbox.
Yeah, I think that's going to happen a lot this next year.
Yeah, but what was I just find it really funny how the reverse happened, because Godfall is not coming to PS4. It said PS5 at the bottom, holiday 2020.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Huh. I guess there is going to be those certain games that are going to be only on the next-gen consoles.
Yeah.
Like how Rise, Son of Rome was only on the Xbox One.
Mm-hmm.
That was a great game.
Console seller.
That really was. It was a console seller, man. The graphics were amazing. Story was beautiful.
The graphics were good for when it came out.
Oh, yeah, when they came out, definitely.
There were those parts, though. I remember looking at those flags. You remember that? Looking at those flags blowing in the wind?
Yeah.
And they were really choppy. Like, they skipped, like...
Yeah, and there was a fire, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw that in Assassin's Creed Origins as well. Not with flags or anything, but with fire. I remember, like, and the fire would look really bad, but everything else around it would look good.
So you're like, I guess it's kind of annoying, but whatever.
Yeah, that was weird.
I think flags really bother me. I think it's a lot more noticeable in flags.
Well, yeah, because a fire kind of already has that jumpy nature, you know, but then a flag you'll notice whenever it's getting all janky.
What the heck? And it's not like a flag that's moving either.
Yeah.
I mean, it's moving, but it's supposed to be. It's in a stagnant position. No one's holding it and moving it around.
Yeah, it's like it's just a flag blowing in the wind.
Yeah. It was weird. Anyway, Godfall, they were definitely showing off ray tracing with that. Very shiny game.
Yeah.
It looked very smooth, though. I don't know if I'd call it a huge graphical leap, necessarily.
No, that's the main thing, though. Like, it didn't look like crazy.
No.
You know?
It's not what I expected super next-gen game to look like. Okay. What really scares me, though, this is a big concern I have about the future of games, is the more detailed they get, the more expensive it starts to cost to be made.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see a big price jump, though.
I'm afraid more microtransaction-y stuff, though.
Possibly. I see that being more viable, or some sort of, like, games kind of depending on DLC, you know, possibly, like, developing DLC while the game is being developed.
Yeah, companies already do that, so...
Yeah, you know. But I see it probably being more common.
Yeah.
A lot more DLC, more microtransactions, but... as long as it's not toxic microtransactions, I can deal with it.
Yeah, there was no gameplay yet, but the effects looked really good.
Yeah. And I like how they said it was, like, in-game captured on PlayStation 5, right? Is that what they said? Yeah. Like in-game engine.
Yeah.
Right? Well, that is kind of impressive if that was the in-game engine that the gameplay is going to look like, but it looked like a cutscene.
It did.
That was the problem.
Now, if it's a cutscene, like it's running in real time, then that'd be pretty sweet.
Yeah. But if it's like if it's an in-game in-engine cutscene, you know, like you can create something in-engine, from a game, like using a game engine, but it won't look like the gameplay, because you know it's different. Like how Kingdom Hearts 3, they made the cutscenes in-engine, but it was different, right? It wasn't played like real-time in-engine, it wasn't like a. I know what I'm trying to say, but it's not the words that are coming out of my mouth.
Like, they had a few pre-rendered cutscenes that looked super nice. Like the Let It Go.
Yeah, no, I'm saying the pre-rendered cutscenes were built in the Kingdom Hearts 3 engine. Yeah. They just weren't playing, like, real-time and, like...
You're not talking about the regular base cutscenes the game had.
Yeah, I'm not talking about...
You're talking about, like, Let It Go, the beginning cutscene, and then...
Yeah, I'm not talking about, like, in-game... cutscene. You know what I mean? Yeah.
But in-game engine. Yeah. Like how something would be developed in Frostbite, but it's... Yeah. Okay, I gotcha.
Yeah, that was getting messy with what I was trying to say.
It's okay, I get what you're saying, yeah. If it's To be honest though, if it's like pre-rendered and not in game though, it doesn't even look that nice.
That's true. I don't know about it.
I don't know how to feel. I need to see gameplay. I want to see it in action.
Definitely.
I don't know if I was into the dialogue though.
The dialogue.
Yeah, the dialogue between the characters. It wasn't awful.
They said something?
They said they had a whole conversation.
I didn't even realize.
Okay. And then there was that other game, 9 to 5.
That game is... I don't even know what that's about.
No, it's made by the guys who... They made...
Quantum Break.
Did they make Control?
Max Payne.
I know...
Alan Wake.
I know that company
and
also
Control.
made... Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that company called?
Oh, snap. I don't know. If literally, I don't know.
If there's one thing I'm looking forward to maybe picking up an Xbox Next Gen is to play their games because I'm really interested in like...
Yeah, the game, it looks really interesting.
Well, not particularly that game.
Well, not particularly that game, but their games in general, like, they're appealing.
Yeah. Now, 9 to 5 was weird. It started off with this video of a bunch of rabbits jumping around, shooting guns, very cartoony rabbits, and then a guy shot the screen, and
he's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, what the heck am I watching, dude?
Yeah.
And then a bunch of guys bust in the door, and then his operator's like, hey, there's guys coming at you. And he's like, oh, shut up.
He's like, all right, yeah, shut up, we got you.
Yeah.
And then he like, come on, boys, let's go.
And it was over.
Yeah.
And you got to see it really... I like the way the title was animated. It was really cool.
The what was animated?
The title.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But was it just me, or did like the character models seem to move a bit janky? Like it was like a really cheaply made.
It
like,
kind of felt like it.
Yeah, like a really cheaply made like pre.
I felt like the rabbits had a lot of...
Yeah, like the rabbits looked good, but then as soon as like actual humans came in there, I was a little confused. I was like, what?
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know how to feel. That was just a weird trailer.
It's so weird. That like me and you talked about it. Like the Game Awards were so weird because there's so many games that were announced, but they didn't show anything about the game. It would just be like either like a still frame, like things zooming in, or like something that had nothing to do with the actual game.
Yeah.
And it was just like, and then the game announced, and you're like, what?
Or like the SeriesX reveal. It didn't give you specs or anything like that. I mean, they had an interview that gave you some more information.
Well, they've talked about the specs and stuff before.
Well, yeah, but you would expect a trailer to run over what this is doing different.
Yeah, all it did was just show what it looked like and said the name.
Yeah, it had this weird... It had a bunch of flashy scenes in the shape of the Xbox Series X, and things happened.
I do like the glowy bit on the top.
That glowy bit looks nice.
Dude.
I like glow in my consoles.
I like it when my consoles glow, buddy.
Yeah, Ghost of Tsushima, that was there. Looks really nice. I'm hyped, man.
That game looks like it's gonna be fun.
Japanese Patriot.
A little bit, maybe.
Taking back your homeland.
Kinda. Was he taking back his homeland, or
yeah,
was he just assassinating dudes?
This is during the Mongol invasion.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm down.
Yeah.
I'm digging it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, in the Patriot, they weren't taking back.
No, but
they were just saying that, yo, dog,
this is our home now.
Stop.
Yeah.
Stop governing us.
One of our teachers thought they really overreacted, like, for a war to happen.
Like,
for the taxes.
Oh yeah. Well,
they were pretty insane taxes, though, right?
Yeah. Like the thing was, no, the main complaint wasn't that they were being taxed. It was that they had no say.
Oh yeah, they had no representation.
Yeah, they had no representation.
No taxation without representation.
Yeah, like, and then they were all like, "Yo, dog, we should have some sort of representation in our government."
And the king was like, "Nope."
And he's like, "No, dude, you're a colony. You don't do nothing."
Yeah.
And they're all like, "Fine, we'll be our own country." And he's all like, "No, dude." Stop.
And he said, "We declared our independence. You can't tell us no."
And then he's all like, "Yeah."
And then he's like, "Okay, I need you. You guys are gonna fight us and do it like we always do." And then the colonists were all like,
"No."
Okay. They did it at first, but then they really sucked at it.
Yeah, they're like, "No, man, this ain't working." And they're all like, "Okay, we're gonna start killing people without them knowing we're going to kill them."
Yeah.
And then the guy was all like, "What the heck, dude? Stop!
Wars aren't supposed to be fought where you're trying to win.
You're supposed to just let the stronger people win."
I don't know how everyone in Europe just went along with that tactic. Like, Britain was clearly going to win after they amassed the largest military.
Yeah.
Every time.
And then they're just like, yeah, we'll just stand in a line and shoot at each other.
Yeah. That'd be so stressful. Oh no, Bob got shot, I'm next.
But yeah, like, imagine just sitting there, like, reloading your gun, and then someone's face just gets blown off right next to you, and you're all like... And then, like, guns were extremely inaccurate back then, so, like, that could have been aimed right at you.
And everybody's like, don't break formation!
Yeah, you're all like, oh god.
Imagine how trained those guys were not to break formation.
Dude, yeah, you would need major balls to do that.
Okay, this turned into a history channel for just a second, but we need to do some history videos.
I love history, man.
I mean, we are the misheard nerds. Nerds can encompass more than just video games.
Yeah, well, we talk about movies too.
Yeah.
You know? So
why not just
as long as we throw in a little bit of like history in there, maybe some science, math, cooking. I love cooking.
I'm serious about the history videos, though. That'd be
cool. Yeah, that'd be fun.
Alright, and then we have... Anyway, Ghost of Tsushima looks like a total treat.
It does. And I also, now that you've told me the historical...
background?
Yeah, I'm even more into it. I don't know why, but I thought I had a ponytail holder on my wrist. But I don't, so now I'm going to stop trying to put my hair up into a ponytail.
You're going to look like Sokka if you did it like that.
Yeah, dude, that's what I'm going for.
Oh, and then there was this MMO called Naraka. It didn't look like an MMO, really.
It did not, at all.
No, it looked like some weird fighter, and it was oddly desolate.
Yeah, like, and they were fighting a lot of NPCs and stuff.
Yeah, it's in feudal Japan, I think. It's either feudal China or feudal Japan.
Or their own...
weird thing
Asian
that takes
universe.
Yeah, but yeah, Austin, what was that comment that you saw earlier?
The comment? Oh, it said developers in 2010, zombies, developers in 2019, samurai.
Yeah, there's just so many Japanese influenced games, and I mean, I'm not really complaining. I enjoy a lot of them, but it's weird how they all just came out in bulk.
Yeah, it's strange because there's been Neo, Sekiro, both of them, and they're both Japanese Dark Souls style games.
Neo, Sekiro, yeah. One's actually from the Dark Souls company.
Yeah, but that's so strange.
Yeah.
Excuse me. There's been the Ghost of Tsushima.
They even remastered
this new game. There's the...
They remastered one from the PS2. Onimusha Warlords.
Yeah. Onimusha. What else is there, man? I know there's been more than that.
I think there was I'm pretty sure this is Japanese.
Was that all just this year and last year? All the games I've just listed?
I think, and they're making Neo 2 right now.
Yeah.
It's in development. And then there was one called Origami, I believed. And it was like a ninja stealth game, but I think it was Japanese.
Yeah.
Could be Chinese, I'm not too sure.
Well, I mean, it just Asian...
Yeah, China, like, Japan borrowed so much influence from China, just...
Yeah. But overall, I think it's just really... I'm just really weird. It's really weird that there's so many, like, samurai, like, Japan to China, like, Asian culture-inspired stuff just popping up.
You had those Assassin's Creed games on the Vita. China Chronicles.
Oh, no, those got ported to, like, most things.
Oh, yeah.
I got them free with my gold subscription.
Are they best Assassin's Creed games?
Oh, yeah, definitely. They're 110% the best Assassin's Creed games I've ever played.
Are they actually enjoyable?
Oh, yeah, they're enjoyable for what they are.
Okay. That was kind of it. Did we see anything else interesting from the Game Awards?
Not that I can think of. Just everything else was either just not worth mentioning because we didn't know anything about it, or it just got showed up.
And that brings me to a point I really wanted to make. These podcasts are going to start being things that we personally enjoy. We're not going to start bringing in other news. Does that sound good?
Like things that we ourselves find interesting, yeah.
I mean,
we kind of already do that most of the time.
Yeah, I would like to start excluding things though that we don't care about.
Yeah.
Because then it makes us seem uninformed, and the people who do care about it, it's just like really pointless for them to hear about it again.
Yeah, because we don't care.
And we don't know about it.
We don't know about it, yeah.
And for this to be fun for us, I think it does need to be about things we enjoy.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. So, with that being out of the way, it's time for our weekly recommendations.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
You want to go first?
So, my weekly recommendation is do your homework.
Really? What if
Dude, my week's been awful.
What if the people here don't have homework?
Just do better at your job.
Do your job, stupid. Really?
Stop listening to YouTube videos. Do your job.
You're listening to this while doing your job, you suck at it. If you listen to this while you're doing homework, you also suck at that.
I'm really afraid, like, if one day, if we do amass a following and people come back and listen to
we'll be like...
we'll get, like, some trouble for...
Maybe. That would be kind of funny, though. I wouldn't even be mad.
No. I think the problem with stuff like PewDiePie is he talks about it. If he just let it go, it'd be fine.
Yeah. Like, the only reason you should ever talk about it is when people are, like...
accusing you of murder.
Doing terrible things. Terrible things, man.
Terrible things, man. Okay. For an actual recommendation, I will recommend to you guys... you go first, Austin. I recommend that.
Recommending me to go first?
Yeah.
So, what I'm going to recommend is... Oh, snap. Man, I don't even know what I want to recommend. You know what? My recommendation is to try to pick up something that you haven't tried for a long time. Because there's always a sense of good feelings and nostalgia whenever you do that. And I think it's good. Maybe you'll reunite an interest, you know?
Hopefully not too literally, though. Like, if you're interested in playing banjo, don't burn your banjo. You said reignite.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you wouldn't be reigniting it.
You would just be igniting it.
Yeah. that would mean your, like, banjo's already a pile of ash.
And then you just light it on fire.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of impressive. You could just light a pile of ashes on fire.
It'd be kind of weird, though, that
you still have the ashes from your burnt banjo.
Like they put it in an urn and...
Yeah, definitely. That's pretty dope. I think I'm going to do that with all my instruments.
You're going to burn them when you're done with them?
Yeah.
Will you mix the urns together or have each a separate urn?
And then I'll make the ultimate instrument out of the ashes.
You'll mix it with phoenix blood, so it'll just rise right out.
Yeah. What's your recommendation?
You know, these recommendations are becoming really freeform.
They kind of are. It's whatever you want to recommend.
It's whatever you want to recommend. So, I recommend taking a trip, guys, and I don't mean like the go out of town trip. I mean like a recreational trip. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, wow, I don't recommend that. I don't condone that.
Oh yeah.
I meant like taking a virtual trip. I was not meaning what you think I meant.
A virtual trip?
Yeah, like I'm just trying to get myself out of the water here, dude.
Like go on Google Maps and like explore Italy for a little while.
I do that sometimes. Sometimes I'm like, man, I know what's going on in Korea. I'll just walk around in Korea.
You don't use Google Maps, though. You mean you literally just go, I'm going to Korea right now.
I astral project myself, dude.
Yeah?
Yeah. I use the original version of Google Maps, man.
Astral projection.
Guys, I recommend that you try astral projection.
Just get some, what's something that people that think astral projection's real? Some acupuncture, herbs, medicine balls.
Medicine balls. Like I see
salty water for some reason.
Yeah, I see some things where people have like a bowl of like smoke and then they'll have a leaf and.
Yeah, the like burning sage and stuff. Yeah. Yeah. If you're one of those people, I don't really like you very much. but
I think there's some truth in some of it. If not,
some of it, but
Yeah.
a lot of people blow it out of proportion.
Yeah, like I don't. I'm watching Man in the High Castle right now. You know what? I'll recommend that. I'll recommend Man in the High Castle. I'll have something more thought provoking next time. Maybe, probably not. But it's a good series. I'm only on season 2 right now, so I might really start to suck. But for right now, I can say it's good. But there's this one guy, and
don't spoil anything.
You're right. I probably. Anyway, okay. I'm gonna just go and spoil it. Spoiler warning. But
is it really a spoiler?
It's a spoiler, but it's not really too important. It's a part of his whole plot line. There's like 6 characters, and they each have their own plot line.
I gotcha.
Oh, ew! Dude, ew!
Do you have a Kleenex?
Oh, I just laughed and snot just burst out of my nose.
Oh, do you have Kleenexes or?
I do. I'll get it after this. I'll man it out. I'm almost done. I'm really glad there's no cameras.
I wish there was cameras now.
Okay, so he's like in this Nazi. So Man in the High Castle is a world where the U.S. was divided by the Nazis and the Imperial Japanese.
That didn't happen?
I don't think so. But so he was sitting there in one episode. He's really into meditation and stuff. In one episode, he was just sitting there. He meditated, and then it like did this weird frame view. A picture dropped, and then he wasn't in the room. And then his attendant walked in. He was like, "Oh crap!" And he was all sad.
Wait, what?
Yeah, and then the next day he's woke up and he's in 1960s America, but it's America, and they won the war. In his little vision.
Did he just astral project himself into another timeline?
I guess I thought it was a meditation at first. I said, okay, I guess he's just visualizing what it would look like. But then this has been going on for about 3 episodes now. When he's hanging out with his wife, he's eating a Twinkie, and he stayed the night there. So he's talking to his son and stuff like that. It's weird.
Really?
Yeah. He's looking at history books of where the bombs dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And he couldn't have just made all this stuff up. It didn't really explain anything either. His wife's mad at him. You don't know why she's mad at him. Don't know if she died in the other timeline or something. It's just weird.
Huh. That sounds actually kind of interesting, though. That could be the premise, like, by itself a really good anime. Or just story in general.
Yeah, Man in the High Castle. It's definitely worth watching. It's a good series.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. That's on Amazon Prime, by the way. Okay, guys. So that's going to close out this week's podcast. What time are we at? It's probably really high up there. This is probably one of our longer ones. Ooh, not really.
No, it's not too long.
An hour and 17 minutes? 20? An hour 20? About... Oh, wait. Is that what I... Oh, my gosh. I feel so stupid.
What?
I was about to say, an hour and 20 minutes, that about 2 hours? I was thinking 120 minutes.
An hour and 20 minutes? That's 2 hours, man.
No, an hour and 20 minutes is an hour and 20 minutes. Okay, well, that's been it. I hope you guys stay around and plump. What should we really say? What's a good outro?
Hope you smiggies be smeggin'.
No,
don't say that. That sounds really bad.
Okay.
Hope you biscuits get covered in butter.
We'll butter your biscuits.
That's our outro. This has been CAMEL and StubbornWeeb, and we're gonna butter your biscuits next week.
Oh yeah. Stay tuned. Bye.
Goodbye, Johnny.
Recording isn't over yet, but now it is.